Quick concept check for you on the STEP system. There are 3 basic entry techniques we use after you've qualified a bullish breakout candidate. And we have conservative, kind of intermediate, and aggressive type strategies for entry. Now, conservative strategy is to take the average true range, the ATR, and take 10 to 25% of the ATR above the high of the confirmation candle close or above resistance. You could do a little bit more conservative, and you could look for a 50% of the ATR, daily ATR, above the resistance, regardless of the close. So some people like to wait for the close above resistance. Other people just like to buy as it triggers above resistance. And an aggressive method would be 10 to 25% of the daily ATR above resistance, again, without requiring the price to close above resistance. So you can use an intraday chart or trigger into that as a day trader or a swing trader. But again, conservative, intermediate, or advanced. Now, something to consider when you're looking at your entry techniques in your scouting reports. This is something that's really important that's going to help you out here. As you look at a scouting report, we give you the entry criteria and kind of give you a minimum price criteria on the breakouts. And if you look at that minimum price criteria there, we'd like to see prices break above that. So we're currently looking at RSG, and it says, hey, buy above 90.60. Well, when you look at the chart itself, 90.62 was today's close. That's adapted from, this report came out over the weekend. Today is Monday when I'm making this video, and it closed a few pennies higher. So if you're looking for a new trigger above that, well, you'd go above today's high. But again, you would use that ATR. You'd use, 10% of the ATR, 20% of the ATR, or you could wait for it to close above resistance and wait for it to trigger above that candlestick. But as you go through the STEP method and criteria, pay extra close attention to the entry criteria techniques. And again, it's your job as the trader to adapt the technique to your personality and to your trading style, whether you're using the aggressive entry with just 10 to 25% of the ATR without waiting for a close, or you're using a conservative entry where you're waiting for the close and then for the price to take out that high. It's really up to you, and again, your personality and trading strategy. So you can use the examples from the STEP system write-up. Again, watch the main videos, and you got a couple good examples on how to use entry technique 2. Again, 50% of the daily ATR above resistance, regardless of the close. You can go with entry technique 3, 10 to 25% of the daily ATR above resistance, wait for it to trigger. That's much more aggressive. Or again, you can wait for that close. A lot of traders like to wait for it to close above resistance. Hopefully these entry technique criteria become second nature to you as you practice and implement what you learn in the STEP system. What's important to know, to simply put, that you have an aggressive, intermediate, and conservative entry techniques and criteria. So again, the more confirmation you want, the more conservative method you want to use. And again, when you're pairing up your triggers and entry criteria, make sure you're also using appropriate stop losses with them as well, and position sizing to help keep you safe.